Now we begin. Our first speaker today is Code 157, performing a program entitled, Will You Be My Neighbor?
Spare a little change, your luck might change. Spare a little change, your luck might change. You like this cup? I found it. Found it right where you standing at. You want to hear the secret I promised you? Well, here it is. There's no place like home. Ooh. Oh, it's just a plain little old house, but it's built good and solid, and it'll be ours. It makes a difference in a man when he can walk on floors that belongs to him. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's over there in Claiborne Park. Claiborne Park. Mama, there ain't no colored people living in Claiborne Park. Not only were we the only African Americans at every open house, we were also the only people of color. We showed up in our Sunday best to put people at ease so they consider us to be just like them, professional, educated, and wanting the best for our families. Whether you believe in luck or not, that's all there is. It's all luck. Good luck, bad luck, dumb luck. I know 'cause I lived luck. My name is Broadway Vic, panhandler by trade. You got $1? America, land of the free, home of the brave. But whose home is it? The Fair Housing Act of 1968 prohibits discrimination because of race and color. However, the Huffington Post reports that today, black families make up nearly 40% of the homeless population, while being merely 1/10 of the national population. Furthermore, the government has enforced the segregation through the denial of home mortgage loans, gentrification, and displacing black people into substandard neighborhoods that lack employment opportunities and social services. Cities like Greenwood, Oklahoma, Charlottesville, Virginia, and my home, Rondo, St. Paul, Minnesota, have fallen victim to the government destroying their black neighborhoods and place for interstate highways and metropolitan areas. Segregation is alive and well in our neighborhoods. We just have to look over our white picket fence to see it. For centuries, African Americans have been systematically denied access to a home, a community, a sense of identity in the United States. But what about our 40 acres and a mule? Through the poetry collection, A Crown Ain't Worth Much by Hanif Willis Abdul-Rakab, Old Rondo by Dante Collins, Drama, A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, Claiborne Park by Bruce Norris, Bums by Robert Shaffron, The Highwayman by Josh Wilder, Prose, Sula by Toni Morrison, and news articles from The Washington Post by Douglas Gabriel, Huffington Post by Einsler and Finley, Atlantic, Fayyad and Madrigal, NPR, Gross, PBS, and scraps from the loft. Will you be my neighbor? A program. Because the color of my skin should not determine where I lay my head down at night. There's no place like home. I guess before they built that freeway, there were colonies of houses lined up like heritage on an auction block about to meet their God. The largest black community in St. Paul, cut down. Ah, yes, the highway. We're looking at an old draft for your multi-lane roadway, and quite frankly, it's brilliant. The planning committee is considering using your route to be the official location of the highway. It's the most affordable solution. The rapid decay of the Rondo neighborhood will unfortunately help speed up the process. Eminent domain. My hair used to be black. Now every year, ooh, white hair starts showing up. Next year, more white hairs moving in. It makes me mad, it makes me sad, because it means my head is getting gentrified. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. Pretty soon, I won't be able to afford it. There's no place like home. 86% of suburban whites live in a community where the black population is less than 1%. No. I'm so sorry. This is most asinine. Half of my friends are black. Name one. Candace. Name another. I don't have to sit here compiling a list. My house costs millions of dollars. In my neighborhood, there are 4 black people. Hundreds of houses, 4 black people. You know what the white man that lives next door to me does for a living? He's a dentist. You know what a black dentist would have to do to live in my neighborhood? He'd have to invent teeth. The term redlining comes from the development by the New Deal, by the federal government of maps for every metropolitan area in the country. And these maps were color-coded by the Federal Housing Administration. And anywhere where African Americans lived was colored red to indicate to appraisers that these areas were too risky to insure mortgages. There's no place like home. The concern is we don't feel completely sure we're going to receive equal treatment after the city demolishes our homes and businesses, like they've done to our white neighbors. I'm the owner of Howard's Barbershop over on 767 Rondo Ave, one of many black business owners that's about to be displaced because of the construction of this highway. One of many working class Negroes that deserve to live where they can afford. I'm also a man, if you need to be reminded, in that place, where they tore the nightshade and blackberry patches from their roots to make room for the Medallion City Golf Course. There was a neighborhood. It is called the suburbs now, but when black people lived there, it was the bottom. When God looks down, it is the bottom of heaven. Best land there is. There will be nothing left of the bottom. I get what you mean by projects. You move me in, raise rent, stigmatize me, kick me out, then whitewash my hood with some hipsters and Coke bottle glasses that will clutch their purse when they walk by, tighter than a church mother holds their Bible. No. These white folks is crazy. They ain't playing around. They are determined to get us the hell out of here. Talking about some urban renewal. Man, please. Seem like the whole country going through some urban renewal, and the first thing they want to get rid of is the black folks. They're going to split Rondo right in half, brother. Everything you know about to be bulldozed over. There's no place like home. I got to walk past my mama's old house and see a for sale sign. Yeah, they put that in the front, but I tore it out the ground. The city's still going to get their money. Though we got to be out by tomorrow. Oh, but these blades, same ones I've been using since '89, they still sound the same. They still cut clean, but they loud. They sound like a bulldozer coming, these blades. Been watching all that black hair fall since they've been here, these blades. Been watching all those black buildings fall since they've been here. Black people ain't got nowhere to go except underground. There's no place like home. Black families are 7 times more likely than whites to live in a homeless shelter. There's no place like spare a little change, your luck might change. There's no place like the suburbs are a high-income white noose around black inner cities. There's no place like ain't prayed to God in 3 weeks. Ain't nothing more lonely than watching everything you build collapse. Ain't nothing more lonely than watching a whole block swallowed up in smoke. There's no place like FHA refused to back loans to black people. There's no place like got the whole hood shaking, got bricks falling from buildings turning into dust, got whole houses collapsing. There's no place like there's nothing we can do to change their minds. All we can do is pray about it. There's no place like there's the hell you mean pray? And what's God gonna do? Pray ain't gonna do nothing but make you mumble in your sleep. God ain't got nothing to do with this. God ain't making any decisions. God ain't making any laws. And God ain't building no damn highway. They are. You don't have to worry about your house getting taken away. It's the rest of us. So instead of telling me to lay my burdens down, why don't you go to your shiny pulpit and tell them that you failed? You failed them, and you failed me. There's no place like home. They would tell us kids to grow up like high rises through minority roofs. We were minorities. Proof that if you raise fireflies in the heart of a dark, they can earn their light in the form of a spark. So they called us kids. We called ourselves the reason this neighborhood lives. For those who traveled up here to have a family and make life away from Jim Crow, I just want to let you know that this place is no better than where you came from. Just a bit nicer. For years, this neighborhood has been the heartbeat of what this country means to me. To be part of a community. To sustain yourself and still look out for your neighbor. That's what Rondo is. And that's what Rondo was. My beloved community split in half. My name is Broadway Vic, panhandler by trade. Spare some change,